Abraham, and speaking of the promise, not only he was the person of faith, Abraham was the person of promise. He was given a promise. There was a promise of God over his life. A promise. So now his life is not about his circumstances, it's about the promise of God. Well, you are a child of Abraham. That means you are a child of promise. There's a promise on your life now. Before that, there was only theoretical, that you had a life, you were doing your own thing, but now there's a promise on your life. And in that promise, there are many promises, like when God says, I know the plans I have for you. That's a promise. When God says, I'll never leave you or forsake, that's a promise. There is a promise on your life. And you need to hold to that. I'm a child of promise. That's a good thing. And not just promise, but now goes to the next thing. Abraham was given purpose. Before you were called, before you were born again, you didn't have a real purpose. You might have made up a purpose. You might have said, this is my purpose. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get rich. I'm going to do this. That was not a purpose. You can't give your life purpose. You're you. You can't give purpose to your own life. It's God that you can only get your purpose from the one who created you. And so the purpose can only come when you're born again. When you were born again, God gave you a purpose. There's a purpose. And the only way you can find the purpose is by living by something that's greater than you. If you live for yourself, you'll never live out the purpose of God. But only by following him. Abraham found his purpose by following God. And the details weren't given all at once. Abraham didn't know all that was going to happen. He knew the overall, but he didn't know the detail. And so with you, you don't know all that God has for you. You know the overall. You know how you're supposed to live. You know that. But Abraham, by following what he knew, he walked into the purpose that he didn't know. So therefore, what it's saying, you don't have to know everything that God has for your life. You have to just know that God does have something for your life. He has a purpose. Now, you know the general things. You know how you're to live holy, live in his love, live by the Spirit, all those things. But as you do those things that you do know, it's going to lead you into the promised land that you don't know. By following what you do know of God already, and you do know what you're supposed to do, God will lead you step by step by step into the exact appointed destiny for your life. I see this again. I can bear witness of it. That's what you got to do. The more you live to what you know, the more you go with what God said, the faster you're going to get there. Follow God in what you know, and it will unfold.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA.